Greetings. This is the third lecture in a series for Gnosticism versus New Testament truth, the origins of Gnosticism in Jewish and Christianity. We're now at the third lecture, Jewish Gnostics. We're going to look at the history behind Jewish Gnostics before we get to Christianity. So let's dive into that. Jewish Gnostics. We're going to look at the Jewish Gnostics in the Ophites, quotes from Philo, and quotes from the 18 Benedictions. First, you can't tell the Gnostics without a picture because they're so all over the map. So what happened with the Jewish Gnostics? Well, they felt there was a creation with a hidden wisdom. You notice the sort of syncretism with the hidden wisdom or the far ultimate things from the Greek mind. So in the hidden wisdom said the angels rather than God created the earth and revelation was given to them. There's a God above the creator God, and the creator God had less good things. It was envy and foolish. The wisdom was a woman in this greater world, and the teacher, the serpent, was really a teacher. So when you had Adam and Eve, they replay it. Adam and Eve had Cain, Abel, and Seth, and Nora, says sister. And so you had the Canaanites, the Ophites, and the Sethites. Sethites came from Seth, Canaanites came from Ho, and Ophites sort of blended things together. So you had there the perfect God up here, way above everything, and then the creator God, sort of replaying the myths of the Greek gods. Now, there was also a second form. The second form came from Abraham. Abraham had some hidden wisdom. It was greater than the Torah, greater than Messiah, and it was passed from Melchizedek, who advocates for angels. And there's a Melchizedekianism. Oh boy, let's get that Melchizedek-ism. Well, that tells me scholars can put any words together, much like the Germans. So let's dive into the truth that gets expressed in the writings. This is from Ophite Gnostic Midrash from the Nag Hammadi 47:14 through 48. Of what sort is this God? And again, I've just pulled out some excerpts. First, he maliciously refused. Now he's talking about this creator God. Refused Adam from the eating of the tree of knowledge. Okay, keeping him from knowledge. He said, Adam, where are you? How does God does not have foreknowledge. Otherwise, would he not know where Adam was from the beginning? Afterwards, he says, let us cast him out of this place, lest he eat the tree of life and live forever. Surely he has shown himself to be a malicious grudger, Frona no and I, to be what kind of God? For great is the blindness of those who read that they did not know him. He said, I am a jealous God. I bring the sins of the fathers upon the children of the third and fourth generation. Philo's rebuttal of this in Confusions on 10, second part. Those who are disgusted with their institution are always taking pains to criticize and find fault with the laws, use these similar passages, Genesis 11:1 through, as excuses for their godlessness. These impious people said, do you still regard with solemnity the commandments as if they would contain the canons of truth themselves? Look, your so-called holy books contain this as a juridical when you hear them recited by others. Indeed, what is the need to collect numerous examples throughout the as we might if we had leisures to print on these changers? We need only to remind you of this example. So Phyllis is putting down the Ophite Gnostic Midrash. Now, in contrast, the 18 Benedictions of the Jews, which eventually put in the Nazarite comment, but most of it has a solid. theological background to the New Testament. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. Notice he's not malicious, he's good. For his steadfast love endures. Notice I am steadfast. Give thanks to the God of praises, for his steadfast love endures together. Again, notice God, who is good, who endures. Give thanks to the guardian of Israel, for his steadfast love endures. Give thanks to him who formed all things, for his steadfast love together. Give thanks to him who has chosen Zion, for his steadfast love and over. Give thanks to the King of Kings. He has raised up his horn for his loyal ones. So notice there is such a point in there. Now, we're going to go from there to the biblical narratives in our next presentation. I hope these short presentations help you as they give you time to focus and think about things. I wish you blessings, and we'll be back with a fourth lecture on the biblical narratives versus Gnosticism as we go through Gnosticism versus New Testament truth. Fight for minds and hearts with a long history.